Dear students, today we will be discussing about database connectivity. So how we will be connecting the tables while designing a web-based application. So it will be helpful to run the application in a smooth manner. So to connect to a database, you typically need a programming language and a specific library or framework that allows you to interact with the database. Exact method can vary depending on the type of database we are using. Either it may be MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQLite, MongoDB, etc. And the programming languages, what we are working with, Python, Java, JavaScript, etc. So to connect the database in PHP, we typically need PHP data objects or MySQL improved extension. So I want to show one example. So how we need to connect the database. So first we have to specify the host name, then database name, which database we need to connect. Then what is the username, the password. So all these parameters, criteria should come within PHP code here. So what are the things? So host name we have to specify. Database name we have to mention, which database we are going to fetch, what are the type of tables we are going to access from the database. So if we are not specifying it, then the connection will not be established in a proper way. So username and password. So these are the basic parameters we need to follow to connect the database through this PHP. Now, first we will see how to insert a record. So once a database has been created and the table also created, so the next thing is we need to add some data. That means some records we have to create, and we need to insert some values inside the table. What are all the methods? What are the syntax we need to follow while going for inserting the data inside a table? So SQL query must be quoted in PHP. So that's everybody knows that is a basic thing. So string values inside SQL query must be quoted, and numeric value must not be quoted. The word null must not be quoted. Like how we are doing the variable declaration. The similar way, we need to follow certain rules and regulation while going to insert values using SQL queries. So what is the query we need to pass here? Insert into statement is used to add new records. So that means we need to specify insert into which table name I'm going to add all the records. Insert into table name and specify the column 1, column 2, column 3, and column values. Which column I'm going to enter the value 1, value 2, value 3. So this is the basic syntax you need to follow. Then once you understand the syntax, then you can apply that. Insert into table name. For example, insert into student. Student will be the table name. So student number, student name, student degree, student age, student gender will be the column. And values, student ID, 1, 2, 3, numeric value, student name, XYZ, student age, 20, student gender, male, student degree, BSc. So like that. So you can enter the values. See here. So how we will be trying to connect it. So already mentioned. So you have to remember that 4 parameter host you have to specify from which local host system you are accessing the database, establishing the connection, then database, the name, username, and password. Then connect the database using PHP data objects. So new PDO, MySQL host, database name, username, and password. Set the data object error mode to exception. If the database is not found, then it needs to send the error message to acknowledge the user. Then next step is you need to type the SQL statement. Insert into table name, the columns and values for that each and every row. So now I'm going to bind the parameters value 1. Okay. So whatever values I'm going to enter, that will be stored in that appropriate table. So this one, the first you need to understand what do you mean by database. So what are the parameters is most important to establish the connectivity part in PHP. That's what I want to share it with you people. Thank you.